but then let's do one of those packages.
Okay.
So which one do you have?
Okay, I'll tell you now. I got for 2023, but all of them, all the way, I got up until 40 packs, 50 packs, 60 packs, 70 packs, 80 packs, 90 packs, and 100 packs. So all of them for 2023 with those packs.
Okay.
But yeah, 2023 is almost done, so I'll try and get the others from her. I don't know if she has the others, but I asked her and she said no, she doesn't. So I don't know how they worked out 2024 and all of that.
Yeah. So okay, let's do one together. Then at least I can show you how.
Okay.
And now you can break it up. So give me the first one that you want to do.
Okay, so it's 40 packs, main reception, the King's Ball package.
So let's look for King's Ball.
Yes, they're 40 packs.
40 packs.
Yeah, the top one.
Okay. So you just come to your price list. You can also go and do it from departments and then find missing items. But now we know which one we need to do. So I come to price list items. Look for the one that I want to do. And this little icon here is your department breakdown.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to say action, create new. So how much, what is the first split out of that 55,000?
The first split is music, which is 5,000 Rand.
So it's the
The
DJ.
DJ. Yeah.
Okay.
5,000 Rand.
Okay. Why does it say not greater than? It was not 5,000 Rand.
Must we put 00 at the end, maybe?
No.
That point.
Oh. Because we've split it all to venue higher. Okay. I wanted to say that's not right. So 5,000 Rand goes to DJ.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, then it's welcome drinks and snacks.
So that's food and bev. Yeah.
Which is 10,000 Rand.
Okay.
Basic decor.
So decor. Yeah.
4,000 Rand. And then it's buffet dinner.
So it's food and bev.
Which is 18,000 Rand.
Yeah.
Champagne bottles per 6.
80. What does it say now? Oh, that already exists. So food and bev plus 18 plus 10 is 28,000.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, and then champagne, which is probably
So that's also with food and bev. Yeah.
which is 2,164 Rand.
So 28 plus 2164.
Yes, 2,164.
So 13164. Yeah.
Okay. And then it's the chambers, which is a honeymoon suite. I'm
So
guessing
that's accommodation.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is 3,200. And the main reception venue.
So that's venue hire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that is 10,000.
Okay.
And then the chapel.
Is it also venue hire?
Yeah.
Oh, so you see what?
13,200 in all.
So you add it together What must go out of that amount to each department?
It's 13,200, hey?
13,200.
100. Yes.
Okay, so the value cannot be, so it works out to 199.81 to get the total. See, those totals must match.
Oh, so it helps you get there.
Yes,
Tells you
so
what's
it
missing.
shows you
That's awesome.
that's what you're missing. So it will break it down exactly to the package price that you've added in here. So all your food and beverage are calculated together. All the venue hire is calculated together. And then it will show you the difference here between the packages. When I wanted to create a new food and bev, it gave me a set it's already created. So you just have to add on to that package up until you make the total amount up.
Okay.
Do you have another one that you want to do together?
Yes, there's the 50 packs.
Also King's Ball, there's 50
Yes,
packs.
King's Ball 50 packs 2020.
Right? So everything is
Yes.
now allocated to venue hire, which is incorrect. So now we'll start. Okay, the first breakdown.
Okay, the first breakdown is the DJ.
5,000, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then basic decor.
Yeah.
It's 5,300.
Okay. You see here it calculates for you what you've allocated now.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then welcome snacks.
So that's food and bev.
So must I just give you also the buffet and?
Yeah. So let's add that together.
Okay, so the snacks is 12,500 plus 20,000, and must also add the champagne as well,
Yeah.
right?
That also falls under food and bev.
Okay. Fine now. $20,000 plus. It's 35,612.
Okay.
And then it's accommodation, which is 3,200.
Yeah.
And then it's venue hire, which is 13,200.
Okay. See once again. Now I want to put 13,200. It says no. It can be 13,199.90.
Okay.
And there is your package calculated up to the correct amount.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you just go back with the arrow and you do the next one.
Okay.
So if you want to do another one, do you have the 60 pack one?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that one. Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
that's all venue hire. Fantastic.
Do you guys have to be so loud? Don't you have keys and some busy?
Okay. So we do the first one. Yeah.
Okay, so the first one's the DJ.
Mm-hmm.
5,000.
Yeah.
And basic DJ is 5,000.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the
5,000. Yeah.
decor? Okay, decor is 6,000.
Yeah.
And then welcome snacks and drinks. And let me calculate that. I'll tell you now. It's 41,660.
Yeah.
Okay, then accommodation. Which is 3,200.
Okay, and then the rest.
And then venue hire is 13,200, but it's probably going to be that 199 or something like that.
No, that works without seats.
Does it?
Good.
Yeah.
So you see that total is from your price list, and then it gives you the breakdown. So that those two must match. And if they don't match, it will tell you with what it doesn't match.
Okay. I saw that. I just thought from the other ones. It's
Yeah.
not matching.
So it will stop you if these two don't match. It will stop you and it will give it in red to you. Why doesn't it match? So it's maybe only like the other ones with 10 cents out or whatever.
Yeah.
Good. So that's how you can break all of them up. You can come to the price list and break all of them up. And you can look for King's Ball. And we've done the 40, 50, and 60 pack. Yeah. And then you can go and do all of them.
Okay.
You can also come here to departments. I just find doing it this way in price list is easier for me. Okay. But maybe you prefer it from departments. And you say find action, find missing price list items. So there's the 120. So I'm going to say, first we're going to start with DJ. He gets how much? 5,000 out of the King's Ball 120 packs.
Yeah.
5,000. Okay. Then I say save. And then you see there, it jumps away now the 120 pack.
Yes.
So that's why I prefer to do it this way. 120 packs. Because now if I come there, you'll see the 5,000 is allocated, but now I must still come back here and I must allocate all the other items.
Yes.
So
the first way.
Yeah, I prefer doing it from price list.
Yes.
Click on the little icon there and say, where must this money go towards? And these two totals will match up eventually. Okay. So we can either do it now or you can do it on your own as well. But you see how easy it is. Let's do another one together. Let's do the 70 packs together.
70.
And you just have to delete this one that Tony did now because he's putting all the money towards venue hire.
Okay.
Okay. So you have to delete that and then start. Action, create new. So the first allocation is DJ.
Yes, 5,000.
Okay. And the next one?
Next one is decor.
Yes.
Then the next one is food and bev.
How much for decor?
Oh, sorry, decor is 6,800.
Okay. And then the next one?
Food and bev.
Okay.
Which is 47,608.
Okay.
And then accommodation.
Yeah.
Is 3,200.
Yeah. And the next one?
Venue hire. Which is 13,200.
So there's this 10 cents missing somewhere. So you see there's a 10 cents and then out
Yes.
of that package. So you can always come and add a 10 cent here and give it towards when you hire. But I have to calculate the same amount.
Okay.
Right, so that's quite easy. But if you do this, you must just go, if you go in, you'll see he's allocated the full amount to venue hire, which is incorrect. Go. So you
Okay.
just need to delete that first one and then start. And it will not save or continue until you match this total amount, what's on the price list. But that
Okay.
will make a huge difference in your management reports now. Because you see on the screen there now, if I go to weddings, you can
Yes.
see it will break those packages down to see exactly how much did food make, how much did decor make, venue hire, breakage deposit, accommodation. It breaks it down to the complete the breakdown of all those. So that total package amount, it will split it into those different departments now.
Okay.
So that's what you want to accomplish at the end, is so that all your price list items are split into departments. Okay. And so the next one you'll do is King's Ball and 70 packs. And then go and do it for your 2024 as well, because it just makes your planning also easier. You
Yeah.
know, like this is spit braai, so you know that goes all to food.
Food and beverage.
Okay, so it goes all to food. That's an easy one.
Okay.
No. But then if you want to see, am I missing one? Did I do everything? You can always come here and say find missing price list items. And all the ones that's not been allocated yet,
Would be
it
the
will be on this list. So
okay.
that's how you can also double check if you've done all the packages and all the splits. Just be careful now because I see some of the 2023 ones. You'll have to check because he's just put it under venue hire.
Okay.
Kings. So let's just check it and delete it now. So there's that one we did. That's the 70 packs. Kings. 80 packs. Okay, that's one he didn't do. Kings. 90 packs. You see this one, venue hire. So he's put that full amount under venue hire, which is incorrect.
Yes.
Then just delete it. Let's see how far I can get. Help me. And then Kings, 100 packs. Also wanted it. So just delete that and then you start from scratch.
Okay.
But once you have that done, it just makes it so much easier to see where's your revenue going towards. What is your revenue allocated to? To food. Oh, he's got 12,000 rand here towards when you hire. You can start that one and do it properly. Kings and then 120 bucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get those because I only have
Yeah.
it till 100.
Oh goodness. Okay. So you can do it for, I will prefer, I don't know, I prefer working from this list. It's just easier to allocate them. Okay.
No, I like it
But
too.
once you've done all these allocations here on the department split, your revenue analysis will just work out so nicely because now you know if you use this on a menu, it goes automatically to food and bev.
Yes.
And then your reporting, then Jaco can see on the backside how much was allocated to food, venue hire, etc. on this package. Okay.
Okay.
Um, what bothers me a bit on those packages is the waiter fees and barman not included in those packages? Or is it an add-on?
Or how much it costs for
Yeah,
the barmen and waiters.
because it's not included in the total amount, so you haven't allocated any monies towards it from the package. So is the waiter and barman included in this package, or is it on top of the quote?
Yes, generally it is included if they use our catering. If they don't use our catering, then it'll be self-catering, and then we literally itemize it and say, okay, barman costs this amount,
Okay, but see,
cleaner, all of that.
now you see this 40 packs, okay? So we've allocated it now so that each amount out of this total, each department gets that amount out of this total. But can you see what I'm saying now is if the waiter and barman is included in this total, where does it reflect in the breakdown?
I don't know. I don't think they've put it there.
Yeah, but you see what I mean now? We're allocating that full amount to venue hire. But
Yes.
a package should now, if this 55,000 includes a barman and 2 waiters, it should be included here in the
Shouldn't
breakdown.
it go to food and beverage? Because that's well, the food is the decision maker on whether we're gonna charge them for a barman.
Yeah. So actually, if you want to break it down properly, you should have a barman. If a barman and a waiter is included in that total amount, the breakdown should include barman and waiter.
Okay.
So then also you can see how much money do I allocate towards waiters for this month? How much money did I allocate toward barmans for this month?
Okay.
Oh, so that's very important. I know they gave you the breakdown now like that, but maybe you can just mention it to them. If the waiter fee and the barman is out of that, you should actually make the food less and allocate a barman fee and waiter fee for this package.
Okay.
Then the management report will show you how much barman and waiter fee was allocated out of this package. Because you need to know where you're making your revenue.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so that was one thing. So if you can go and do it from here and then double check yourself here at the end and you say find missing prices items, it will show you all the items that wasn't allocated yet, which is quite a lot for you to do still. But
Yeah.
even if you can start with 2023, you nearly passed, okay? But even if you don't want to do 2023, at least start doing 2024's breakdown.
Yeah.
So that your reporting from next year works out properly.
Okay.
But I can tell you now, knowing Yaku, he's going to say, no, do 2023 as well, so we can see where the monies are allocated towards.
Yeah, I also would want to do it.
Yeah.
Makes me feel
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
not done properly or.
But if you go and do it, it will immediately break it down in the reporting. So if I go management reports and I do October, let's just give it a bit time to calculate. And now I can see my birthday celebrations made so much money. There's the allocations. Now this extras means it wasn't allocated yet. So as soon as you go and do the packages or allocations,
Yes.
it is easy then to have it done. Okay.
Okay.
And then also what you can do if he wants a total for October. So it breaks it down nicely now for you in the packages. And then you can do a health check. And the health check will once again show you all the items that was included in quotes or invoices, and it wasn't allocated to a department. And then it still gives you an opportunity to allocate it to a department, so you don't just have extras, because Yaku doesn't know where those extras, what is those extras for. So you'll see all the packages that we haven't done is here, and all the price list items that wasn't allocated. So it's mostly your packages. There's a refundable deposit, so you can fix it. Okay, and it goes to the line that wasn't allocated, and you can put it under breakage deposit. Save, save, and exit. And here's your report still. Now you can do the next one. Yeah, so it will still give you all the items that wasn't allocated, and you can allocate it properly, and then your management report is 100%. So this looks like it was, see, that's a package. That one we did. This looks like it's a DJ fund. Let's check it. Yeah, DJ. So you can just say DJ. So do you understand why we're doing that? So you can see how much money goes towards each department in the business. And then I just go back to the report. This looks like decor. And it goes to the line that wasn't allocated, 7521. So I can just see the amount there, and I can allocate it towards decor. Ah, decor. Decor. Okay, save and exit. And I go back to the report and I do the next one. Welcome snacks, that's food. It takes you to the exact line that wasn't allocated.
Okay.
No. Because at the end, if you do this report, then you don't want anything here. Everything must be allocated.
Okay.
Welcoming drinks, so we can put that towards food and bev. That line, it's line items the user added to the booking, but they never allocated it to a department. Go back to the report, and then I can say, okay, this welcome drink and juice, edit. Takes you to the booking, it takes you to the line item, and then you must just say that amount goes to food and bev. Save, exit, and then go back to the report and do the next one.
Okay.
So that's food. This looks like all food. The Jester's Folly Standard pizzas, so all food. Food. And once you've allocated those packages and all the items are properly done from the price list item,
Yes.
then you'll see less of this health check,
Okay.
because then it is already allocated and you don't have to do this health, or if you do the health check, it will be much shorter and less work, if you know what I mean, because it's been pre-allocated. Also, for you guys as users, if you add a line item in here, just go and allocate it to the correct department. So this goes to food, and then it won't come up on the health check.
Okay.
So the more you start using the system correctly, the less you'll have on this list.
Okay.
But at least now it's taking you to the line that's incorrect.
Yeah, I
So
don't have to go search for it.
yeah, and you don't have to go and scroll and search for it for hours.
Mm.
Okay, and the desserts, let's do that. So even when you do the quote, allocate it to the department, where will this money go towards? Okay, and then there's dessert glasses option 4, fruitlet tartlets. Do you think that's food?
Mm.
Or is it glass higher? Option fruit tartlets. Or do you think it's food that they made?
I think it's both. It says desserts, glasses, and fruit tartlets. uh, well, that's what the description makes me feel like.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, for
That's-
now, let's just put it in
it's
food
just, yeah.
and allocate the full amount to food. Go back to the report, refundable. I just wish Tony could also join, because if he doesn't know, he's going to keep on allocating the stuff, not allocating the stuff as well. You are loading most of the quotes now, eh?
It's both of us. Like, he
Yeah.
loads the quotes, I load the quotes.
So it's not going to help if you're doing it right and he's not doing it right. Then every month, at the end of the month, you'll sit with this amounts that wasn't allocated. So if you can maybe show Tony this, if
Yeah.
he adds a line item to allocate it immediately, the packages you are going to do now, so that won't, so this is ball buffet included 2 meals, so it looks like it's the package. Oh, it's extra meat, no pork. So that goes to food. Good.
Yes.
So if you can just show him, if he uploads a quote or invoice, and he to just go and select that department. If you can only do that, it will help you tremendously to sort out this health check on your reporting. So even if I go out now, so I've done all of this, and then I say close that, and I go period revenue again, and I go 1 to 31 October. Display on screen. And I do a health check. Now, the list will become smaller. Soon as you allocated the items, the list is then smaller. But ask him and show him if he puts a manual item in there to select the department where that revenue must go towards,
Yes.
so that you guys can get it ready and not this huge health check every month to go and allocate the stuff. Because if you do it when you capture the booking, you will have a small little list here. Maybe you missed 1 or 2, but you won't have this long, terrible list like this.
Yes. Okay.
Because if you start with that, it would be much easier to do it than coming to this list every month. So there's one for bar tab. So then you know it goes to food and bev. Save and exit, and then you go to the back to the report. Do the next one. It takes you to the item that wasn't allocated. So you can't make a mistake. You must just select the correct department here. Save and exit and do the next one. Shaving dishes. So what do you think? It's just renting them or is
Renting
it
them.
the food on them?
Renting them.
Okay? So that goes to equipment rental. Soft drinks goes to beverages. Yaku's gonna love you if you get this right. You know that. Because
uh,
can you imagine he comes in here, he doesn't know which department, how much did we allocate to barmans, how much did we spend on waiters for the month? You can't in the system currently now. You can't give him those figures.
no, definitely not. My God.
Okay, so this is how you can check it and you can allocate it and you can, but if you make a booking, okay, and let's say this one, and I'm making the booking and I'm adding this price list item, immediately the department is there and I can do it when capturing it.
Okay.
Okay. You can do it afterwards, but when you're capturing it, it's much easier to do and it's less work per month to come and fix it from this list. And then you'll fix and fix and fix until all the here's a bougainvillea. So that's probably when you hire.
Yes.
Yeah. And then every month you'll see this list gets shorter and shorter until everything is allocated. And if the user adds an item, it's easier for the user then to allocate it immediately. And then you don't have this health check that's so huge.
Okay.
Yeah. It's DJ. Yeah, that DJ is cheap. My son's DJ charged him 15,000 rand.
15,000.
Yeah, to
And we
play for the
charge
night.
5,000.
Yeah. Okay, and it's like corkage goes to food and bev. Always goes to beverages, corkage. Okay? And that's how you will fix up your hole. But if you do those packages, so when it shows here reservation lines, it's a line that was allocated to the booking, but there was not. It didn't say where must this money goes towards, and this is towards accommodation. See,
Yes.
easy, no?
Yes. So what kind of DJ did your son hire? Was he
Sorry?
really good? Your son's DJ, was he
Yeah,
really
he was actually very good.
good?
At the end, we said, oh, well, he was the 15,000 rand worth, but it is expensive. It was nearly more than the flowers.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then did he stay until what time?
Until 1.
Until 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. So you basically had him for 8 hours.
Yeah, and he
15
played
grand.
at the chapel as well. So that was, yeah.
Okay.
So it wasn't too bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's, yeah, quite, yeah, I was shocked,
I'm
to be
super shocked
honest.
at that. Like, I often see them
I,
like,
s-
okay, we
I
don't need a
said,
DJ once they see
yeah,
our price.
no, must tell you, I said after the wedding, I said, well, I was definitely in the wrong industry. I should maybe invest in a little box and speakers. Go and eat for free every weekend. Have a lekker party.
Yeah, my gosh.
Yeah,
15 grand just for 8 hours.
Yeah, because you can imagine if you do only 4 Saturdays a month. Thank you, donkey, 60,000 rand.
Yes. My
And
God.
if you do 4 weddings, yeah.
And yeah, I'm starting to think like, okay, maybe DJs are like going to be extinct or something, like with the technology that's happening now, you can just like
Yeah,
play your own playlist or whatever the case may be. But apparently not. So,
yeah, yeah.
my goodness.
So that's what we want to accomplish, that every little thing here doesn't come up and it's allocated to departments. So when you also capture or Tony captures, so photo shoot, where does this revenue go towards?
Photo shoots.
Photo shoots. And then it's broken down already. So next time you select it from the price list or you capture it and then always just select the department, then this list will be a lot less for you to do.
Okay.
And it will make sense to Jaco when he draws his report to see each department where did the money go towards.
Okay.
Because if I go and I say now, do a new report for me, and you'll see as you go along, that allocation list will become smaller and smaller because it's already now allocated.
Okay.
So in your packages, you want to know out of that amount, which department made what revenue, and then your department breakdown, you can now see accommodation made so much, barman, breakage, cleaner, decor, every department gets broken down.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what we're actually trying to accomplish with this,
Okay.
that allocation. Is so that he can say, I've made so much revenue and where did it go towards? Okay. Okay, and then we're going to, do you want to know more about this allocation or packages? Is there something that you don't understand about the allocation?
No, I don't think so.
No. So it's quite easy to do, but I think your main ones outstanding is your packages,
Yeah.
and then you can always come to departments, find the missing ones, and it will show you all the items that's not allocated yet. And in your health check, it will take every reservation. If there's a line and it wasn't allocated, it will take that line and you will be able to go and allocate the department where the money goes towards.
And
Okay.
that health check, does it show you how many you have to go through?
Yeah,
You
so if
can
I go
close.
to period revenue and I go to the full month, maybe for you, I'll do week by week. When you go health check. So from the 1st of October to the 7th of October, then the list is shorter. Do it week by week.
Okay.
But if you can do it maybe from the 1st of October, then at least end of October now you can have a proper report, or at least from 1st November.
Okay.
Okay. Because you can see most of it is the packages, and as soon as you're going to do the breakdown now, this will come off the list because it wasn't allocated yet. So most of it is that King's Ball packages.
Yeah, I can see
You
that.
see, price list items, there's a reservation line that was added, and that's the package again. Okay. Reservation line, venue hire. I think it's a package, or is it just venue hire?
Should just be venue hire. If you go into
Okay,
it,
let's go into it. It takes you to the line, and it
that's
looks
just
like it's
venue hire.
just venue hire, and you say save, and then that one is fixed. So I'll do it week by week, or if you want to start, go and do the breakdown of your packages, and then start fresh from 1st November. And you go and you say, I want to do the first week in November. Let's do up until the 8th. So you can even go to the future and fix it up.
Mm.
And you do a health check. and it will find all the items that was never allocated. So most of it to me looks like your packages. And if you go and do the allocation now, it won't come up. And then there's a few reservation lines.
Okay.
So honeymoon suite and dressing room, that goes to accommodation. And then save, and then you can exit, go back to the report, and you do the next one. So that was honeymoon, then yeah, reservation when you hire. So it's just that it wasn't allocated, okay, properly when the booking was captured. But we've had this for a while, but I think Tony never had a chance to look at it properly and do the allocations properly.
I think there was also a lot of other people working on the system as well.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like he can do it, but if
Yeah.
Mariette and all of them weren't doing it.
Yeah. If they don't select a department, you're going to have a long list here every month to go and fix. So if you can maybe um, take it to Nadine and all the other users and say, when you allocate the or type a description in here or allocate it from the price list, and the department comes up, it means it was not allocated yet. And then just allocate it to the correct department. It will be a life changer for management.
Yeah.
Okay. See, like here's a priceless item. It's tea and coffee that was added manually, but the system now doesn't know where to put that 6,000 rand. So it goes to food and bev. So Nadine also probably doesn't know that she needs to allocate a department. Same with Tony. So we
Yeah,
implemented these
that's
changes.
as well.
Yeah. I just want to check if you've got a cleaner department. Yeah. Cleaner department. So it's just allocating the revenue to that department. So if you can explain that to them, what's the what's the reason for the madness? And then it will make sense. Here's beef chicken burgers. We know it's food. But to come every end of the month with a long list like that, where when the user captures it and it puts it immediately under the department, okay, it goes under that department. So now I don't have to come at the end of the month with this long list and come and allocate it. Okay. So even if what I would suggest, go and allocate your departments from the price list items. You go price list items and do those packages, inks, and you have to start here at I think 80 we start, eh? And you click on that little icon and then you start doing the allocations. Okay. And then after that, you can go to management reports, period revenue, and do it maybe week by week.
Okay.
And get a small, so that you can fix up small, little piece by little piece, small list, and then the following week, and then the following week. And if you can do that, then you will get your reporting 100%. And then the first is allocation of the packages. Second is then the health check, and or the user that's capturing the booking to allocate it to a department. And then the next one is to come and do the health check then.
Okay.
Okay. These are all priceless items. You can see it's all the packages. And then there's a few items that was added manually where they just didn't allocate. And it will take you to the booking where it wasn't allocated basic decor. Okay, then this goes to decor. Save, exit, and go back to the report and fix the next one.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, my OCD, I want to immediately, yeah. So like tablecloths, I want to immediately fix all the items. So that's probably equipment rental, or
Yeah.
do you put it under decor?
Tablecloths, I would say is decor, unless we rented
Yeah.
tablecloths, which I don't know.
Okay. So that's how you can clean up. So ask Yaku maybe if do the allocations, okay, of all the packages, because that's quite a big job to do because you need to do 2024 and 2025 and 2026.
Which would be fine if I had the stuff to do it with.
Yeah. Okay. So once you've done that, I would maybe sit down with Jaco and say, okay, so I've done all the breakdowns now, and where does this package, what does it make up the revenue, the total revenue? So let's start from scratch, from 1st November. And then I'll come in and I'll pull a 1st November and I'll do it week by week. And then I'll do a health check and I'll go and allocate the items that wasn't allocated. But get the users to play with you, like Tony, Nadine, everybody that captures bookings.
Yes.
Ask them to go and allocate that department. And then I'll start with November and do a health check, fix it up. And as you go along and the user capture the department, you'll have less of these items hanging here and it doesn't know where to put the revenue.
Okay.
Okay. And then start with a clean slate, maybe from 1st November or even December, because just to get that package cost from them and then break it down, it's quite a intense job to do. Okay, from here, and you go up to 2026. But then once you've done that, then you can do the health checks, fix it all up, get the users to play along and allocate departments. And then, let's say from 1st Jan, you'll have smooth reports.
Okay.
Okay. So I think maybe take that to Yaku and say, okay, all the allocations needs to be done. And I need the allocations from Tony or whoever. What goes to what revenue goes out of that package to which department. And then I need to go and do a health check on the reporting and fix all the items that wasn't uploaded correctly by the users. And then we can start afresh. So I would say if you allocate some time to go and do those packages, but you need to get the figures out of them first
Yep.
and then do a health check. Let's say then from 1st Jan, you start with a clean slate and then everything should be done properly.
Yes. Well,
I
hope.
think I think that is reasonable to say, okay, from 1st of Jan, then we'll be on top of all. So even if I go to January's bookings now for a week, I can even go and pull those figures. And I go health check. So it will just go and look for me from 1st to the 6th of Jan. You see, it's mostly the packages. So that's why I say if you do the packages, all of this will disappear.
Okay.
And then there's a few, so that's all on top is the packages because it wasn't split and allocated. And here's 1, 2, 3 lines that's left over. So,
Wonder why can't I get the other packages from them? They must have got those figures from somewhere or somehow.
yeah, because how do you sell that package if you didn't calculate? I can sell this package because this is going to cost me that much, that is going to cost me that much. But how can you calculate or work out what money are you making? So you must have it somewhere.
Yeah, or something. Or you had to have
Yeah,
an
because how do you sell
amount.
it?
You
How do
can't
you
just say,
sell those packages at that amount? Okay. If you don't have a calculation of how much profit are you going to make on a package. It doesn't make sense, isn't it?
No, unless you're sucking the figures out of your thumb. I don't know.
Fun. And you don't know if you're really making money.
Like, I don't understand. You
Yeah.
have like for 2023, but only up until 100 packs.
Yeah.
So then where's 120?
Yeah. You see, there is already the free. So now the only ones that will be outstanding is the packages because it's not broken down.
Yeah.
And then I would really say start then from Jan. That will be reasonable to get all those packages broken down into departments, split it into departments, get all the bookings then from 1st of Jan, all the items allocated to departments. And as the users are now capturing, they will capture properly because they will allocate the department to the revenue. So now I can go and I can do this next following week of Jan and I can fix that week. I think that would be reasonable because it's quite a lot of work to do.
Yes. It's a lot of work to
Yeah.
do. A lot.
So I won't work back because you already, to be honest, fucked it up. Okay. Okay. So I won't work backwards. Although my OCD will not allow me, but I won't work backwards. I'll work forward. So I'll rather start allocating the stuff to departments and then from the 1st of Jan, make sure all the items are allocated. And then start working on a fresh year, nice and all that. You see, all of these are packages. Once you allocate them, they won't come up here. And here is reservation lines, 1. Exchange for free course pit braai. King's Ball Buffet exchange for, so this, all this money goes to food. Lekker.
I can't even
And
keep up.
there's one own catering surcharge. Okay, so whatever is that, whatever that amount is, own catering surcharge. So this will also go to your food because it's a charge on food, ne?
Yes.
So even if you have corkage, it goes to beverage, food and bev. Okay.
Okay.
And there's the free items fixed. These will automatically be fixed once you've done the splits. So I think to be reasonable, I would say work towards working properly from January.
Okay.
Because to go back, fix November, December, October is going to be a mission and a half. And then January and February is still broken. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'll rather start 2024 fresh and clean. Everything is allocated. And then working backwards. And then once you catch up with the backwards work up until December, you're already in January and that's still not fixed.
Yes. No, I understand that.
Right.
It's going to take too much time for one person to sort that out.
Yeah. And that's why he wants it, because he wants eventually to come in here and say, for October, how did we make our revenue? Where did we make our revenue? Where was the revenue allocated towards? So yeah, immediately I can see my birthday only made so much, accommodation, function, weddings. Then it splits it even up. So you can see where your revenue, out of these totals, where does your revenue go towards?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is well. Is that waiters? Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, and the health check is very important, but when I look at this, I won't do it month for a month. I'll do it week by week, fixing it.
Okay.
So any questions about why do we split it into departments and revenue categories and then into departments? You understand why?
Explain it to me and then
Okay, so
did it
it
myself.
shows you your wedding revenue made 353,000 rand, okay, in October.
Okay.
But out of that 353,000, what was allocated towards food, beverage, cleaner, bar, wood, accommodation? So that's why underneath here we give the breakdown as well. But extras, now if he comes in here and pulls the report, 159,000, where did I make this money? Is it venue hire? Is it breakage deposit? Is it accommodation? Is it food? Is it decor? Is it bar? Is it waiter? He doesn't know. Out of this 160,000, nearly half of that revenue, he doesn't know where was it allocated, who made that money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like extras shouldn't even be there. Right.
Yeah, once all your items are allocated and the users allocated, you'll have no extras here.
Okay.
That should be zero. That
Okay.
will be nothing in there because these are all amounts that wasn't allocated.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is what we want to accomplish. It's birthday parties made 20,000 rand, but food and beverage out of that 20,000 rand, food and bev made that, venue hire made that. So there is the nice breakdown. But this 4,100, what money is this? He doesn't know. Okay.
That's great that it breaks each category up
Yeah.
departments.
So that is what out of this 137, who made what? Venue hire, cleaner, who made what money out of this 137 revenue? So that's why the revenue splits and department splits are so important.
Okay.
So,
Weddings, functions. Where's our year end ones? Shouldn't there be a year end?
yeah, if it was remember this is your revenue group.
Yes.
So if there was a year end on the revenue group,
Yes.
which one did you do? Let's do this one for quote. So year end function, you see, this is a quote. If it changes into an invoice, it will be under your period revenue.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Under year end function in December. This falls under December.
Well,
So
only go
let's,
there once it's an invoice.
no, it
Sure.
comes in here as well. Let me, not when you set up, let's do a December one. And also I want to see from the 1st up until end December, display on screen. Why is that revenue group? Is those, yeah, that's quotes. So anything that you then invoice in this time, in that revenue group, year end will show you. Those are all quotes still, eh?
Okay.
The year end functions. So these are only revenue that you've invoiced and received.
Okay.
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 Some of it is outstanding, but at least from this report, they can see, okay, for this period, I must pay over so much VAT.
Okay.
See, it even calculates that for them. But you don't want this. And these are all items not allocated.
No extras. Okay.
Okay, and there's all your venue hires also in a separate report. So also what Jaco wants to see with this is how much money am I making out of the new piazza? Is the summer kitchen making enough money? Is Fairy Woods making money? Fairy Woods is doing well. Let's make a second Fairy Woods. Build a second one because the small Fairy Woods is making us money. Summer kitchen, we're not making money. Okay.
Okay.
So
So you
that
can see which venue brings you your most.
your most revenue in.
Yes.
Okay. So from a business point, he can see Now look also, if I go here into, and we've done now December. Go. So it shows you've got 1,377 quotes, 7 million quotes. You've only generated 78 into invoices. So from a business point, you can also go and say, why am I making 1,377 quotes, but I only turn 78 bookings into invoices? Is my pricing too high? Is my packages too overloaded? Must I maybe offer smaller packages? Do you understand from a business point of
Yes.
view?
Yeah.
Immediately I can see here there's a major problem, because why is there so many quotes generated? You must at least, if you quote, at least generate 40% out of the total quotes. And you don't even generate. So if out of those quotes that was captured, now so I want at least 44%, you should have had 550 invoices here
Okay.
that change into business. So
Yeah.
you guys are working your butts off making quotes and it doesn't turn into real business.
Yes.
So from a business point of view, I can immediately see that there's a problem.
Yeah.
And then as a business owner, I'll go back and say, why did we lose these quotes? Let's go and look at them. Just click on the link and it will take you to all the quotes making up that amount.
Ah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're all hyperlinks.
Can you
Even if I click there, it will take me to all the invoices making up that amount.
you
So
can
then I can go and start looking at the quotes, and maybe I'm quoting too high. Maybe I should revise my prices. But I cannot in my business. I cannot just generate 78 invoices out of 1,377 quotes. I'm paying people to make 1,377 quotes, but I'm only turning 78 into business.
Okay.
So,
Excuse me.
and that's where now, from that amount, I clicked on it and it scrolled down to all the bookings making up that total. So now I can just quickly check, why did this bumpy? Why didn't these booking turn into an
And
invoice?
it shows all of these quotes, say that you we made more than one of these quotes, right? Back on that list.
No, it's just the item. So if you made more than one, it won't have the same booking number.
Yeah, but that's when I saw when you went to that list and it
Yeah, it's
had all
just
the
all
names
the
listed down,
items
there
on
was
here.
a lot of
Yeah, shows you all the items,
oh.
other line items.
Mm,
But something must be wrong. Why you're not generating? You're making a lot of quotes, but
yes.
something's wrong that you're not making. You're not turning it into business.
Mm.
Okay, so all these amounts you can scroll down to.
And if you go back into there again, those quotes, I just wanted to check something. Mm.
It makes a line for every line item.
Okay.
So I just clicked on the first one because that's where the revenue was on.
Oh, okay.
The other lines are all 0, 0, 0.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm just going to run to the bathroom quickly, okay?
Okay, not a problem.
Okay.
Hi, Leanne. Hope you're doing well. Sorry, just a quick one. I did type with Nicolette on all the other issues. Just the last one. The last quote I received after I made the last payment, the harvest table was pushed back to 30 people instead of 15. Can we just fix that one and then check what the statement says now, please? Thanks.
We would have changed it. Collect.
Okay. So you see why I clicked on that one, because that's where the revenue is lying. It brings in the same quote.
Okay, now I get it. Because I thought.
Yeah, it brings in the
its
same
name had like
quote.
Wimpy. I was like,
Yeah. Now it brings in all the line items, but that's where the revenue is. So you can click on any of these numbers. It's going to take you to the booking.
and this one, where it says Wimpy again, but it has a 6,270.
Because there's
It
it's the
also.
same, it's the same booking. Look,
Mhm.
it's the same booking.
Oh, okay.
Booking number is the same. It just shows you the revenue per line item.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay.
but yeah, by this time you should have changed at least 40% into invoice status.
Yeah, I don't know if they do that. Because we actually don't touch it until.
The deposit is paid.
Yes. And then, oh, to be honest, I'm guessing I should have been changing it to an invoice once the deposit's been changed.
Paid, yeah.
Start doing that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the others do that.
So you can also set up a CRM for it. Okay.
Okay.
So let's do it under weddings. Okay. So he's got follow up on quote. Thank you for your fixed deposit required. That's the one we made inactive last week. So we said, thank you for your fixed deposit required to confirm your wedding booking. After payment, 24 hours. Do you capture the payment when it's in invoice status or when it's in quote status?
Quote status.
Okay. So this will then still be in quote status. So thank you for your deposit paid. After payment, 24 hours, it's in quote status. Then you say deposit paid, and the value is 5,000, if I can remember correctly.
Yes.
Okay. Then change the status into an invoice. So the system can automatically, when it receives this payment,
Oh
okay,
gosh, that is so cool.
send the customer a thank you for your deposit, change it from a quote into an invoice status. Then you don't have to go and do it. The system can do it for you.
And then I don't have to, because there's an email where I showed you we were doing it the long way. Instead of that little card emoji on the quote itself, we went to payments, then we'd go to create, and then we'd load the payment, the deposit.
Yes. So as
Then
soon as you load that payment, 24 hours after that, you
yes.
don't have to change it into an invoice. Then the system is going to send out a thank you for your deposit. Your booking is now confirmed. The system will automatically go and change it to an invoice status.
Oh, that's great. And then we won't have to send them, because I know once we've loaded it, we had to tick that little icon that's like an envelope.
Yeah.
We don't have to do that because this is going to send.
So
email, right?
you can mail yourself up, deposit paid and confirmed. Mail yourself with this information as well. You want the customer first name and last name? Maybe. Okay. And then He's taken that out. That out. Okay, just let's go and get the variable fields. So then you get a notification. Okay. So these people paid the deposit. And you know now the system automatically change it. Action set status. After this action, it will now change to an invoice. It will mail you. It will say the deposit paid and confirmed, the customer first name and last name, the event name, the start date, and the end date. It will mail the customer. Insert the invoice. Okay? Because
Okay.
now you've changed it to invoice status. It will insert the document for the customer, and it will save this message. And we've got a message. Thank you for your 5,000 Rand fixed deposit. We're looking forward to hosting your wedding at blah, blah, blah. Okay. And you can also put the start and end date in there. That would look nicer.
Okay.
Copy. And you say, we're looking forward to hosting your wedding at Riverside Castle venue and function venue on blah blah date to blah blah date. So that look for them, that looks easy. These people even remember my wedding dates. Okay. So that's also important for venue booking, and these are just your terms and conditions.
Yes.
Can I make this just red again? This yellow. What was your code? I wrote it down here somewhere. 208. 208. 208.
208.
22. And then the font white. Okay. Just looks better. So if I mark this, okay. So ask Tony first before you mark it inactive. Go and show him. We've set up this. So thank you for your fixed deposit. As soon as you load that payment, the system will automatically, after 24 hours, send them an invoice, will send you, the user, this data, will send the customer an invoice, and with this message. Would you like to add anything to the message or anything else change? And then you activate it. As soon as you inactive and save, then it starts running.
Okay.
Okay, so if I go now, so what you need to do, and I'm going to use one of my old ones, delete it, browser. So let's say this wedding of mine. You come here, I've now paid, it's still in quote status. You leave it in quote status now. Okay? And you go and you capture a 5,000 Rand payment for me. And I paid via EFT. There is the amount, 5,000 Rand. And the reference is, you can give it today's date, or you can put the EFT reference number in there. Okay. So EFT 5,000. You can mail them the receipt if you want to, or just say create. Now the system in 24, now I've captured that 5,000 Rand payment. Okay. In 24 hours, the system is going to send me, thank you for your payment, attach here to your invoice. Your booking is now confirmed. And it's going to automatically switch it to an invoice status.
That's great.
So you don't have to go and do it. The system, soon as you capture that 5,000 Rand, the system automatically, after 24 hours, find that booking, send them a thank you for your payment, and your booking is now confirmed. And it will come and switch it to invoice status. You don't have to do it. That's what that CRM is going to do for you.
Okay.
Was there other CRMs that you maybe discussed with him that you want to accomplish with this? And this is now only for your weddings. Okay.
Okay.
And it applies only to weddings. And how you link this wedding profile, you go to your revenue group, you say my wedding revenue, use this CRM profile for my weddings.
Okay.
And you can go and set up one for conference again, CRM profile for conference, for functions. Accommodation always falls under your functions, so I won't bother to do that.
Mhm.
This event revenue, I think it's ticket revenue. Those ones are inactive. You can go and set up a baby shower one, a birthday one, a year-end one, a matric dance one, a photo shoot one. Okay, a nappy bra one. You can set up for each revenue category. You can go and set up your own profile. And you'll start it like this. Action, create new, and let's say birthday parties. And I'm first going to make it inactive now. And that's my birthday parties. Now I want to create CRM for it and say, create new. And what is my first CRM that I want to do is I want to maybe follow up on the quote. Now I'm very lazy. I copy and paste. Okay. So this one is follow up on quote. So you made a quote for a birthday party. And now you want to follow up on the quote. So this one we set to 120 hours. So after status is set, 120 hours, it's in quote status. No value triggers. Yeah. No changes into the status of the booking. The quote is 5 days old. Okay, and you're going to mail the customer. And what are you going to say to the customer? Copy. Paste. Okay, so now follow up on quote. Also the same as the other one. Follow up on quote. It's 5 days old. And then you're going to say, thank you for having inquired at Riverside Castle. Blah, blah, blah. This is a follow up on your quotation received and with blah, 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 blah. And it does it for you.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to make it inactive until you spoke to and confirmed to him. So now I've got one set up for birthday parties, and you can add more and more. Then what you need to do is go to revenue groups. Okay. Was their birthday? Yes. But birthday celebration. And that revenue group belongs to the CRM profile.
Okay.
So it will run with this revenue group. And where do you decide the revenue group? In the booking. Remember in the header?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that profile for the CRM will run for this revenue group.
Function.
So here's birthday parties. I just want to change this yellow as well. Because I think the red just goes better with your black and white look and feel.
I agree.
Right. So the CRM can actually do a lot for you. It can follow up on quotes. It can say thank you for your payment. It can confirm a booking. It can change it from a quote to an invoice automatically without the user going to do it.
Okay.
No. So that is what CRM is all about. To go and do it. This one is now inactive that we've set up. First discuss it with him and then you can just make it active if you want it to run. So it means I've paid a deposit. It stays in quote. Okay, so the deposit was paid of 5,000 Rand. Change it to an invoice. Mail me this information. Mail the customer. Attach the invoice and send this message to them. As soon as you make it active, it starts running. Okay.
Okay.
So CRM. So I don't know if he's given you something that he wants to set up, and because he's got that follow up one year, and this one we added now and last week. So you can make it inactive and it will start running. But CRM can do a lot for you. It can say thank you for your payment. It can remind the client for outstanding amounts. Let's put one. Let's put one under my birthday parties that's inactive. Okay. So I'm going to say final payment is now due. Any heading that you want to type in there. I'm going to say before the event start, what do you want? 7 days or not 7 hours? So it's 168 hours. So 7 days before the event start. It's already an invoice status.
Okay.
Okay. So final payment is now due. It's in invoice status. Your value triggered is paid less than the percentage of 100%. So it's not fully paid.
Okay.
Okay. Then you can mail yourself again, or you can mail the customer. You can once again add the invoice in the booking. And like I said, I'm very lazy. So I just go and copy. I actually wanted the wedding one.
Okay.
Right. And now I'm saying final payment is now due 7 days before the event start. It's already an invoice and paid less than 100% total. So there's some amount still outstanding. It will go and look for it. Mail the customer, mail the invoice, and send them this message. And now you will say, thank, we're looking, let's start it that way. Looking forward to hosting your event on okay. And then it goes like, the third final payment is now due. Looking forward to hosting your. I won't put wedding in there. I'll rather put the event name in there.
But didn't we say that above?
Yeah.
So I should take that out, right?
Yeah. So this we're gonna take out. And we can also take this out.
Okay.
Or maybe leave accommodation because they've paid their deposit. Now they just need to pay their final amount.
Yes.
Okay? So you can actually remove that. Maybe they still want to sleep over and they can mail in.
Okay.
Okay. So and you can come and change some of these messages and write better messages. Okay. I'm not so creative in the afternoon. Just we're looking forward to hosting your event. It will go and find the start and end date in the booking. And maybe we must just put the event name back. But these are all the variable fields that I spoke to you about that you can use. You see, it can use the event name. I'm just going to put it back in there. We're looking forward to hosting your event, and it will give the event name. So if you wrote in the booking Yanni and Sunny's wedding celebration, it will come up here on start date, end date. Please note, or please find attached. Okay, so do you then ask them to send a proof of payment to you for the last final payment, or how do you do that?
I don't know. I'm guessing they should, considering generally Nicolette takes over from there. I'm guessing they should. We obviously need proof that they've paid, right?
Yeah. So you can say, yeah, let's copy Tony's sentence here. Copy. Paste. Kindly forward proof of payment. And it goes to Tony, eh?
Goes to admin.
Admin at Riverside Castle.
Yes.
Oh, this link is also wrong. Okay. Okay. And then kindly forward proof of payment to blah, blah, blah. I wonder if we must still then leave this accommodation in. Because now they've booked and they've paid and they're ready to go. I don't think they're still going to.
Think of it.
At this point, it's their final amount due. So I don't think at this point they're still going to want to book accommodation. They probably already booked accommodation.
Yes, and it's probably most likely for their guests if the guests haven't booked yet or something.
Yeah. Did you want me to leave it in there for now first?
Yeah, I think leave it in there. What could it hurt, right?
Okay. So you see now what the system will do. 7 days before the event, there's still monies outstanding. Now it will automatically mail the customer with the invoice. You can add any attachment also if you want to, and it will send this message to the customer and with the invoice attached with the final amount still outstanding.
Okay.
Right. So I want you to go and show Tony these ones.
Yes.
And then decide what do you want to set up. Huh? And then either do it on your own, okay, and set it up. And you see, I just go and open up in a new tab and I copy what I've done on the previous one and I write the new message in. Okay.
Yes.
And then once you're done, we can set up a meeting. And then what we do is we go through it before you make it active. So leave it inactive. And then you arrange with me for an hour. We go through it and see that each CRM is going to do what you want it to do. And once we're happy, then we make it active.
Okay.
Because once you make it active, it starts running.
Okay.
So,
They mustn't have any mistakes.
yeah. And that is basically what I can help you with. Yeah. But look, I think I showed you the reminders last week.
Yes.
Okay, so now if I want to go and see all my weddings on my wedding profile, so that's the revenue group, that's the CRM profile. All the ones, or all only Nadine's ones, or only Leanne's ones, or I want to see all of my weddings, all are open ones.
Oh.
So there's all the ones, follow up and quote, follow up and quote, follow up and quote. So let's say I want to pull a report for the weddings, the wedding profile, and only Leanne. I want to do my own and all the open weddings. So now this one says to you, follow up and quote. So this quote is still outstanding. This is still a quote. Here's all your bookings.
Okay.
You can also go into this booking. Okay, from there, and you can click on the booking number and then just say, let's say for instance, this client phoned and said, no, we're going to have a wedding in Joburg somewhere. You can come on this booking, make a CRM note, okay, and say action, create new, type in a note and say customer is going to have his wedding at blah, 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 complete it, and the CRM will stop running for this customer.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that's another thing that we've been doing the hard way.
So yeah, if you want to get all, so let's say I want to see all the functions. Now that falls under birthdays. Oh, he's broken it up. So, okay, so that's birthday celebrations. And I want to see all the birthday parties. And I want to see my own. All the open bookings, not the completed ones, because I know they settled, they've paid or cancelled and whatever. And there's nothing yet for you there.
Okay.
Okay. And this way you can pull all your reporting from here, all the ones you need to follow up with. Then if you spoke to the client and he said we're not interested, you can easily just go and say, okay, thank you, and then go into the booking, delete it, make a note, customer is not doing this anymore, blah, 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 and you can pull all the reports on it.
Okay.
Oh, so yeah, if you don't want to go into the booking and make a note, okay, you can also make a note on here. And it will save it on the booking. So just by clicking here, the note section empty. So let's say you phone today, okay? And Tony phoned today for this. He can make a note and say 2410 and customer, and customer will confirm before 27 October. And I click that correct mark there.
Yeah.
It will go and put it on the booking on the CRM on the booking. And that's the note on the CRM in the booking.
On the CRM. Okay.
So if you take this list and you can see the system send a quote, send a quote, send a quote. Okay. And then quote with attachment sent, follow up on quote again, invoice with attachment sent. So any note that you want to add to the booking, okay, Tony could have added in a note here, spoke to the client, blah, 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 and he's going to pay, etc., or pay the full amount, or anything that you discussed. This booking was deleted. But anything that you want to discuss, or that's how you update your reminders.
Okay.
Right. So what else, what other ones do you do? Photo shoot ones.
Yes.
Okay, let's see what's under your name. So nothing was allocated to photo shoots. But I think it's because there's not a profile set up for them. So you've only got a weddings profile now and birthday. There's nothing that was running on the CRM for them.
Okay.
Good. But you see, if you open up more CRM profiles, you can pull each one here. And you can follow up on all the birthday parties, all the baby showers, The system can do it for you. You can see the latest status here on each booking. But you've got a hell of a lot of quotes in the system.
Yes. I've noticed that.
But breaks my heart, it doesn't turn into revenue. So you're working your ass off on quotes, and it's not turning into revenue.
Yes.
Okay, but it's for 2024. There's hope.
Yeah, there's hope.
Yeah,
Sometimes you can hear back from them in like the next 3 months. So,
yeah. Budgeting and planning. Yeah.
yes. So
Because
it's
your
not
prices,
necessarily that it hasn't changed as yet, but
yeah, your prices is not extremely high from the other venues in your area.
yeah.
No, it's not extremely high, so. But you see how easy it is to pull all the weddings together and see where they're lying.
Yes.
Then, what's awesome about this, you want to take it to Excel. I prefer to work in Excel. Export to Excel. And there's your full CRM and all your weddings currently in the system. On quote status and invoice status and whatever. There's all your weddings
Okay.
in Excel. Booking numbers, what was the last note, what's the, what does it fall under, who was the operator, the coordinator, not operator. And so now I can easily, there's the email, the dates, everything is in here. So now I can easily go and I can say filter, and I just want to see my own. And there's only your own.
Okay.
Yes, but you typing your life away, girl.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. If you want to see Nadine's quotes, okay. And I want to see Tony's quotes. So now you can easily work in Excel and see what is going on with each wedding.
Okay.
Huh. Tony's not typing anymore. No, but you can easily pull these reminders, take them to Excel for each profile. Or you can say all. So let's say, which I would think it's crazy, but all my revenue groups, all my CRM, all my users, take all the bookings to CRM. There's all your bookings currently in the system running and quotes and invoice. Now I can easily take it to Excel as well. And I can say, then what is this user, the responsible user? So let's say I want to throw this back to Tony. I can easily chuck it back to Tony there. As soon as I click save, it puts it on Tony's report.
Okay.
Oh. But first, like I said to you last week, you have to think of what do we want the CRM to do for us?
Yes.
And
Gonna
let
be
it
doing
do
it
that
this week.
manual work that you do. Change the quote into an invoice as soon as I get payment. The system can do that for me automatically. Follow up on quotes, the system can do it. Before the event starts, there's still monies outstanding. The system can send an invoice and say, oh, we're looking forward to hosting your event, blah, 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 the name, the dates. And it can say, please note, attach here to your invoice with your amount still due. Please send a proof of payment to admin at Riverside. The system can do it for you.
Okay.
Where you start now with an event and you see, let's go to Daily Planner. Okay? And let's say now everybody's running around like crazy ducks. And you say for this weekend, apply, generate daily planner. Let's see all the events running this weekend. If you get the CRM set up properly, it will be a game changer for you guys.
Yeah, I think so, hey? Especially if the system does most of it for us.
Yes.
Allows us to concentrate on other things.
Yeah. And maybe take a day in a week and phone those people and say, we've reminded you again, but is there anything on the quote that I can revise for you that you're not happy with? And then change it into business. But
Yeah.
now you're sitting doing quotes and quotes and quotes and quotes, but you don't get time to follow up and connect with that customer and phone and say, listen, I know that we followed up on the quote, but I'm just making a phone call to see if there's anything that we can adjust or help you with the quote or anything. Make a courtesy call and then change it maybe into business. They will maybe say, yeah, your welcoming drinks are 70 Rand and your next door neighbor will only charge us 40 Rand a welcome drink. Then you can at least say, oh, that's not a problem. We like to listen. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll give you a discount on the welcoming drinks. I'll make it 58 Rand for you for a welcoming drink. Because
Yes.
now you've communicated and you can change that business into an invoice.
Yes.
But now you don't get time to phone them and connect with a customer and you lose the business.
Yes. No, definitely.
Do you have a lot of events on this weekend?
Yes, we do.
Fantastic. Because I see the daily planner is taking quite a time to compile it. Yes. Okay, so the daily planner. So now, if the system reminded them, because now everybody's running around, there's all the event details, all the rooms they're sleeping in, all the items that they've paid for. Amount due is 0. So this Dolph and Jonita Malan this weekend, they fully paid. They don't owe us a cent. These are the places they've got. The setup, like I showed you last week, if you select the setup, it will automatically show in here. There's all the items they've paid for.
Okay.
Okay, there's the next one, Julie Liebenberg. Oh, we better get her to pay the final amount. She still owes us 142 Rand.
Yes.
You see, so if the system 7 days prior to the event can send her the invoice and say, hi, attach here to your invoice, please note the final amount is now due, she would have paid you the 142 Rand and 43 cents. And now everybody don't have to stress on the 28th to get that a little bit of amount of money out of her.
Okay.
Here's one that still owes you 77,000 Rand. Nesca, Riverside Castle.
Yeah, I think that's the one that's overseas.
Good. So there's an event that's apparently happening this weekend from the 27th to the 28th. And there's 77,000 Rand outstanding on it.
Yes.
There, it shows you the final amount. Now, if you reminded the customer, they would have paid you, and your daily planner will be with all of zeros. Because who, on the day of the event, is going to go to a customer and say, you still owe us 58 Rand? Nobody wants to do that.
No.
Nobody wants to do that. Let the system do it for you. Nicely, in a nice manner, and a nice email with your final invoice, but let the system do the work for you. I want to check this booking. So it's booked out for them. You see the times here, 10 to 10
Mm-hmm.
on the same day. It can't be. They must have a start and a finish time.
No, generally no one puts that in for some reason, which I would love to know because that would help me tell
Yes,
whether
and
my
your daily
viewing may
planner
come at
will
this.
show that you're going to use the venue until 12 o'clock or 2 o'clock the next morning.
Generally, that would be, it's probably start from 2 o'clock until midnight.
Yeah. So if you, on this booking, change it correct to the correct times, it will show on the daily planner as well,
Which would be great.
which will be awesome. Then you know they're going to use the venue until 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and I can show my viewings from this time to
There's,
this.
yeah, it's an invoice, but there's no payment on this, right? It's a graduation for this weekend. But it's an invoice status, but there's no payment.
Oh.
So maybe Nadine, I don't know if it's still happening. Maybe it was a quote and she put it into an invoice status. But you can see
Have
the
they
total.
made any payment, like a deposit?
No, because you can see here. Do you see the total here?
Yes.
And there's the outstanding total is exactly the same. So there was no amount paid.
No amount. Oh my gosh.
So maybe this booking is not going to happen. So it shouldn't be on the daily planner. It should be deleted then.
Most likely, but I don't know. I'll have to ask Nicolette and
Yeah. Is it happening or not? And if
yeah.
it's not happening, you can delete the booking and make a note in here while you're deleting the booking.
Okay.
But there's, you see, they haven't even paid a deposit yet.
Yeah, that's worrisome.
Yeah. So that's how I always tell the venues to also go for your weekend, to quickly go and draw a weekend planner. I'm working this weekend and I want to see what's happening here and who owes me money. So I have to get that money out of them before I can serve them and work with them. Here's another one. Louis van Wyk. He still owes you that money. Summer Kitchen. Let's go and check this booking. See how easy it is to check up on the weekend then what's going on. Is there money's outstanding?
Yes.
Because surely you don't want to feed Nesca and host them if they haven't even paid you R5.
Nope.
I think that's why your debtors also look so horrible, to be honest.
Probably.
Because you know, if people leave and they haven't paid your final amount, it's worse than getting a deposit out of them to get
Yes,
an
I know.
outstanding
Yeah,
amount out
struggle
of them.
to get that money.
Yeah. Oh,
They've
come
already
on.
eaten, had their function.
Yeah. I don't want the CRM. Come, focus. It's a bit of a delay on the Wi-Fi now.
Okay.
Let's just do this. Refresh. Come. Because I drew the daily planner now twice, it's still trying to pull that report. And I want to check this as well. Because for all these items, that can't be the total. So they probably paid a deposit. Yeah, partially paid. So it's pink. That means partially paid.
Okay.
But look, they still owe you 15,000 rand. They're already coming this weekend. I'll be worried.
Yeah, I'd be worried too. That it's supposed to be paid like 30 days before. Oh, when was it created? In June.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. They should have paid
Now
that
you
30
see,
days
that
before
CRM.
the function happens.
Yeah, you see, if you set up that CRM and it says, if there's a amount outstanding, we didn't receive 100%, send the invoice to the customer and remind him to pay me the final amount. You would sort out all this revenue upfront.
Okay.
because now they're coming for 21st. But look, they've only paid it looks like the 5,000 rand. This money is not even in, and you already have to start buying the food, buying all the beverages, and then you don't even have the revenue yet. That's, for me, business-wise, it will be worrisome.
Yes, no, definitely. I actually thought, well, our rule is that you have to pay 30 days upfront, 30 days before your collection date. So everything has to be paid up by then.
So you see, that CRM that we've set up here, I think it's under the birthday parties that we've set it up before the event starts. So I said here 7 days, but you say 30 days.
Yes, 30
So you
days.
say 24 hours times 50 is 720. 720 hours before the event starts. It's an invoice status. They've paid less than 100%. Okay? Send them this, send them the invoice, and say, please note your final amount is now due. I will even make this bold, to be honest.
Yeah.
Please find attached your invoice reflecting your final amount now due. That's what I will do. So if you make that active and you put it on all your CRM, your weddings, your birthday parties, your functions, your bachelors, the system will automatically send them 30 days before the final invoice. They will settle it, and off you go. Then you won't have this to beg for this weekend.
Yes.
So that's also something you can discuss with Tony. Show him this, that we've done the birthday parties inactive.
Okay.
And show him this because it can help you a lot to get those payments in before the event.
Okay.
And that's it that I can learn you and show you so far.
Okay.
But we will have to schedule another hour or so once you have done all that work. Then let's schedule an hour and then I go and check it and see if it's correct and do the health check with you.
Okay.
And then also, if you want more CRMs, then I can help you and assist you to set up more CRMs.
Okay.
But now you can see it's huge what the CRM can do for you.
Yeah, it takes a lot of the workload off.
Yes, and the worry is because of this weekend, I have to worry about nearly 100,000 rand that I have to get in.
Yeah.
And I already had to buy all the stock.
Yes.
You want this money before you buy the stock.
Yes. No, I think I know about the 77 rand, but I don't know. That's a bank issue at the moment because it's money from overseas.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the CRM can work for you guys. If you set it up properly, it can do a lot of admin for you and it can manage a lot of bookings for you where you don't have to do it manually.
Okay.
Okay, so on weddings, Tony's one is still active. That one follow up on quote. This one is inactive, which you can revise with him and then make it active if you want it to happen.
Okay.
Okay. If you're unsure about anything, Leanne, you can just pop me a mail or a phone call and just ask me again, what does that mean? Or set it up, even if it's wrong.
Yes.
Start setting it up, make it inactive. We go online, I check it, and we only make it active when we're both happy.
Okay. Okay, that's awesome.
Okay. But your first problem and your major problem is the allocation of your packages is not done.
Yes, I'm gonna try sort that out. Hopefully, I'll get everything by this weekend. Hopefully, I'm going in the office tomorrow, so hopefully I'll get it by tomorrow or get answers or something.
Yeah.
then
And once you've done that, yeah, and you've sorted out your management report and the breakdowns, I think then you're good. And the next step I'll do is I'll clear all those old quotes off. And then the third step is I'll set up the CRM so it can start working with you. Because also what CRM will do for you, it doesn't help that you've got all these quotes in the system and nobody gets time to follow up on these quotes.
yes,
Okay, so if the CRM already communicated with people from 2024, okay, about their deposits due and stuff, you would have turned more of these bookings into payment bookings.
yes,
But now you've made a quote, there's nobody that's going to get time to follow up on 1,300 quotes, phoning them and manually. But if you allow the system to do it for you, there's already communication, and maybe a customer mailed back and said, no, sorry, we're not going to do the party there anymore. I'm not getting married anymore. Cancel the quote.
okay.
Then you can just go to the booking, cancel the quote, done and dusted. But there's not enough hours for you to follow up on all these quotes manually.
Yeah,
Yeah. So a lot turned into revenue. There you see the small pink ones, means there's partially paid, so deposit was paid. But it's still not enough.
yes, no,
And you can't sit there for hours and do it manually. There's no ways. Nobody can do that.
yeah, that's why it'd be nice if a message was sent out to them, so
Yeah.
at least we could
Without you lifting a
like
finger.
this.
Yeah. And it looks, oh, look here. We went there 6 months ago and yeah, I get a follow up. So they're really interested in our wedding.
Yeah.
That's what CRM does for you.
Yes, no, definitely.
So you can let me stop the recording.